I like to come on here and talk about a piece I've done. I did a while ago, so let's take a look. Should I do the annoying thing where I just hover over it? So here's the piece. This is Untitled. Oil pastel, spray paint on wood panel. Yeah, this piece all started out as a boxer. You can see it in this bottom half. You can see the gloves. You can see the arms. You can see the boxing shorts, the legs. And there used to be a head, but I didn't really like the way it was looking. So it eventually got sprayed over, and I was kind of liking the way that it was looking because it was like the figure was kind of being swallowed. And so I started to kind of develop from that though. So it kind of started as like this weird, like a mask or like a bug mask or something like that. And then it started to extend more and more. And then I realized that this kind of looked like a nose. And so I kind of developed from that, and I was like, well, what if there's some sort of demon that's completely swallowing this boxer? That's eventually where I got to, and why I started with a boxer. I think I was just feeling some sort of way about my drinking, because I drank a good little bit. I guess the boxer kind of just represented me. I also, at the time, I found a picture online about a place called Garden of Bomarzo, or the Park of Monsters, and it's in a town in Italy called Bomarzo. It was created in the 16th century, and there's a lot of sculptures, follies in this place. There's a figure, one of them specifically I saw a picture of, called Orcus mouth, the mouth of Orcus, whatever you want to call it. Orcus is a god of the underworld. At this park, it was represented as demon's face, but it has two eyes, mouth is like open, wide, but it looked super, super cool. I always love stuff like that. I think that kind of bled into this piece subconsciously. On this sculpture, on the lips, is a phrase in Italian, ogni pensiero vola. What that means is every thought flies. It's very kind of strange, cryptic. That place also inspired other artists too, like Salvador Dali visited this place. He really was captivated by that phrase as well. It aligns with how he thinks about art, what he thinks about the subconscious and dream logic. I think for me, this is totally a representation of how I feel about my alcohol consumption and alcoholism. I guess what's different about this piece is that instead of kind of like that human-like demon, this is more what looks to me like a bird, like apex predator, demon bird thing swallowing this boxer. But the key thing to take away from this, I guess, this demon is trying to swallow this figure. The face is technically submerged, but the figure is still fighting. It's still present. It's still here. It's a very textured and layered piece. Basically, I applied everything, oil pastel. There's a lot of different color palette choices that I typically normally wouldn't use, but all these colors felt appropriate. The skin color of kind of like the demon, it's like a blood red. I also kind of wanted it to be a bit more weathered or textured, so I took a paint scraper and went hard, scraped this thing down, and so you can see other colors coming from underneath. I'll start with one thing and it'll transfer into another thing. I like that in painting. I don't have a plan about what the hell is gonna go on. You know, I just go in, use my feelings, and use whatever's going on in my life. The figure ended up happening, and there's nothing I could do about it. Also, just wanted to say that I don't think explanations are needed. I think you could look at something and get so much out of it without anyone saying a word. It doesn't have to have this fucking grand thing about it. Art is what the person makes of it. Just because this meant something to me doesn't mean it's gonna mean the exact same thing to someone else. And once I do something, it's gone forever. Like, I've dealt with it. It's up to everyone else what they think. There you go. Untitled.